me, the last 4 years on council have been valuable for my understanding and my ability to get the needs of our local businesses. And particularly the last 2 years as mayor, I've had the opportunity to help businesses open up during the COVID crisis, to try to put similarly situated businesses on the same playing field. And so it's made me become very attuned to what our businesses need to survive and the role that local government has in that. So I think that's been a valuable asset to my education as a council member, and I think it'll help me if I'm voted in for the next 4 years. For me, it's really about making sure that we have the regulations in place that allow businesses to thrive, and particularly making sure that we don't have unnecessary burdens or red tape that don't allow new businesses to open and that don't allow them to operate effectively and efficiently. And for example, with COVID, we've relaxed some of the regulations on outdoor dining to try to allow businesses to thrive in that environment. And I think as a result of our doing so, a lot of businesses that would have closed were able to stay open. So just adapting to the times and making sure that that we're flexible. I absolutely support the regional vision. I think that we need to come together as a community and support regional projects. I am on the Tri-City Regional Public Facilities District, and that entity comes together and looks at potential opportunities for shared projects that we can send out to the voters. And I think that post-COVID, it's something that we want to look into more aggressively and look and see if there's a project that we can support on a regional basis at this time. I'm a big advocate for infill, and particularly in our downtown, and doing what we can to make our downtown more walkable and bikeable and open up the waterfront to people. Since I've been mayor, we've had our first residential building downtown, and we were our first residents living in downtown Richland, which I'm very excited about. We recently revised our code to allow for some more smaller units that will be coming in the downtown shortly. We have a couple other residential projects coming down, so I think hopefully in the next 3 to 4 years we'll have 400 or 500 people living downtown. And as we continue to push council's vision on the downtown to make it more walkable and bikeable, as I said, I think we'll see more and more of that, and we can hopefully cut down on some of the suburban sprawl and some of the congestion that we've seen in the Tri-City area. So.
I've witnessed friends who are small business owners working with the cities to find appropriate spaces, trying to maintain a customer base, etc. And I've heard that Richland is more difficult to set up shop in. I haven't gotten a lot of answers on that yet, but competing with big box retailers is certainly part of the difficulty for small businesses. For example, the Walmart on Dupertale pays an assessed value of only $222,700 per acre, while the Griggs on Gateway is assessed at a value of $375,052 per acre. That's just for the land. So essentially Walmart is getting free parking, and Richland taxpayers have to pay to provide all the infrastructure. And that gives Walmart an unfair advantage over Griggs, which is a locally owned business that keeps its money local and probably employs more people per square foot. I'd like to try and level the playing field. I think there are two issues that affect small businesses: competition with national chains and online, as mentioned, and lack of foot traffic. Parking requirements raise the cost of development and rent, and all that parking doesn't pay taxes. Sprawl and undesirable access to shopping districts prevent potential customers from stumbling on a new business and developing a relationship that they might if they were walking or biking. The city can promote things like street calming, shaded walkways, benches, public gathering places, fountains, pocket parks, outside dining, and encouraging mixed use with retail on the ground floor and residential on top creates a captive audience for businesses on the first floor, and also offsets the cost for landlords, which might allow them to charge less rent for those ground floor units and help retailers that way. I've proven my commitment to the Tri-Cities. I was on the founding board of the Tabtail Greenway, and I was an active member of the Hanford Reach campaign to save the Reach. So I support a regional vision and propose unwinding the 5 separate public facilities districts that we have right now and putting together one metro type organization similar to what they have in Portland, which serves 3 counties and 26 incorporated municipalities. While we won't start a zoo or necessarily do the same things that Metro would, combining our taxes and efforts to create a unified vision, what Adam Avenir called the grand bargain, that everybody gets something, I think is really important. I find most Tri-Citizens don't really care where we have an aquatic center year-round or where we have a performing arts center. They just want it, and they wanted it yesterday. And if councils did a better job engaging the public, I think that we would have better solutions overall. I found problems with Richland's last comprehensive plan. It perpetuates habitat loss, sprawl, and inequality. I don't agree with continued sprawl or saddling taxpayers with liabilities to favor developers and then the developers leave. We need real public visioning process, preferably held over the weekend, that maybe even has childcare available and is offered in different languages and has snacks so that everybody has an opportunity to participate in a visioning process for Central Richland. Richland has a habit of paying for consultants and doing planning processes and then leaving them on the shelf. A good example was the Island View neighborhood, which called for mixed-use development overlooking Bateman Island and Columbia Center North, and it used to be a thriving retail district. I think we can get back to that. We need equitable, affordable housing in the central areas near buses and jobs, not sprawled out at Badger Mountain South and Horn Rapids.